Hey guys, welcome to No Recipe Required. I'm Dave, and I got a Dinnerly box the other day, another meal kit service. They sent me 3 meals. What we're going to do today is cook off a grass-fed burger recipe. Dinnerly is a they're the value brand. They are $5 a serving, like half the price of some of the others. Let's see if it's half the taste, or if it's double the taste, or where we stand. What we're going to do, they sent me some ground beef, they sent me some burger buns, some pickles. We're going to do a fried pickle along with coleslaw. So those are 3 components on the plate. We're going to go ahead, we're going to follow the directions on the recipe card, which I printed out. And we'll see if it's easy to make, hard to make, how it tastes in the end. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's get started on our burger recipe here. First thing we're going to do, according to the meal card, is go ahead and make our slaw dressing. And frankly, unless I'm missing something, a really nice thing about this recipe is it looks like there's essentially no chopping, kind of very little prep. And so I'm thinking we're going to be able to get this one done super quick. This is mayo, which is going to be the base of our coleslaw dressing. This is a little bit of apple cider vinegar. So far, pretty darn common. Some hot sauce to give our guy a little bit of heat. All goes together. All those things came in the Dinnerly box. A teaspoon of sugar did not. I've got to provide that. That's about a teaspoon. If you want to measure, go ahead and measure. And then, salt and pepper. My salt and pepper is behind me. A few grinds of pepper, a pinch of salt, and then we're just going to mix up our sauce here. And then it asks us to go ahead and take I'm going to go ahead, I got a whisk here for a reason. I'm going to scrape down what's there, and we're going to whisk our sauce together. And then we're going to reserve a quarter cup before. Just going to take our little ramekin here. We'll reserve, I'm going to reserve that. I can always add a little bit back in. We're going to add our coleslaw. And we're just going to toss our coleslaw and our dressing. If you reserved, too much, if you pulled out too much, just add a little bit back, not a big deal. Or if you got any of these ingredients in the fridge and you want to add it in, go ahead and do that. I honestly think this is going to be perfectly dressed. You can give it a quick taste for salt and pepper if you need it. I think this could use just a pinch more pepper, pinch more salt, and we're good to go. So I'm going to set this aside, set both of these aside, clean up a little bit, we'll come back and form our burgers. Alright, here's the package of ground beef that Dinnerly sent to us. I'm going to cut it open. I've got some paper towel nearby because there's almost always some moisture in packages of meat like this, which is totally normal, totally fine. But we should dry them off so we can get a better sear on the burger. There we go. And then this is for 2 burgers, so split it in half, and then they said form 2 5-inch wide, very thin, they stress, patties. I am not going to bust out a ruler. I'm going to judge that to be about 5 inches wide or so. It's not a bad burger size. I tend to like kind of a smaller burger. I'm guessing hungrier folks out there might be a little hard pressed to get filled on this on one of these, but it is not so bad. Once we get these done, I'm going to go wash my hands and then grab our salt and pepper right here and season both sides with salt and with pepper. Okay, so time to make our batter for our fried pickles. This is flour. It's a quarter cup of flour. It is, they tell me very carefully measure a quarter cup plus 2 tablespoons of water in there as well. A pinch of salt, and a pinch of pepper. Again, which I really like cards and people who season batter. Obviously the batter has flavor, it's all over the whatever it is you're battering. So it needs to taste good as well. I got a little bit of a whisk, here. I'm going to whisk it a little bit and form our batter. To me, it looks maybe just a little bit thick. I'm gonna add just a smidge more water, not much. Okay, I think it should be kind of like whipping cream as it just starts to thicken up like that. Okay, so we're gonna take this, we're gonna fry our pickles, and then we're gonna come back and cook our burger. All right guys, so what I've got here is essentially a little bit of a frying station. This is the batter that we just made. This is just dry flour. These are our pickles, which I pulled out of the packaging and then patted them dry with paper towel. And then this is some vegetable oil that I've got heating up over medium heat. You want to be super careful with oil. You want to keep it below half the pan. The instructions say a 1/4 inch of oil in the pan, and then go ahead and take your pickles, dust them in flour, shake off the excess flour, and then lay them into the batter. Pat, pat, pat. We're going to do maybe 4 pickles at a time. Definitely says to work in batches, which makes sense, and I think we're probably going to do 2 batches. Again, dust, dust, dust. We get pickles done, and then as you lay the pickles in the oil, you should get a good sizzle, a little bit of bubbling, like that. If you don't, the oil's not hot enough, just give it another minute or so. I'm going to turn mine up just a touch. And I lay down and then away from you, and that way the oil, if it splatters, it's going to splatter away from you as well. These are only going to take, I think the instructions say, about 2 minutes. We'll check it out as they're going. I love playing with paper by the fire. Brilliant, Dave. You also want to make sure they're not touching. If they touch, that batter is going to stick together. You know, not a big deal to pull them apart, but I'd rather not do it if I don't have to. I'm going to let these go for about 2 minutes. They're going to get golden brown on one side, and then we'll turn them around with our tongs. Alright, so I got my first set of pickles done over here. This is my second set. And once you get the oil at the right temperature, you're going to get kind of that golden brown crust on them. We'll flip them over. It's just going to take another 45 seconds or so on this other side. And it doesn't say to do this, but one of the tips I do, once you take them out, I've got my salt right here. Lay them on the plated towel, or a plate with a towel on it, and then hit them with just a little bit of salt. Anything fried, you do that, makes it 100 times better. The salt just kind of melts right into the batter there. It's going to be absolutely delicious. All right, so time to cook our burgers, and frankly, if you're a pro, you can probably do the burgers and the pickles at the same time. But we're going to take our time. We're going to do it one step at a time. One of the things I really liked about the tip here is it said before you add oil to the pan, go ahead and toast your bun right in the pan for about a minute or so over medium. I got medium-high heat going on. We're just going to get a little toast on the underside of these buns. Then we're going to come back, add a little bit of oil to the pan. I got my burgers seasoned and ready to go. And we're going to cook these off. All right, doesn't take long to get a little char, a little toast on our buns. So we'll pull them off. Ooh, that guy's a little hot. There we go. And then I've got a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to add just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. Good hot pan to get a hard sear on our burgers. And then lay that burger down. You should hear that sizzle. We're going to let it go for about 2 minutes on this side before we flip it over. Alright, burger cooking is always a little bit noisy. We're going to go ahead though and flip it over. You do that little finger thing to make sure it doesn't splash in the pan and get any oil on you. I got to go wash my hands. Those are perfectly seared. We're going to let them go for another 2 minutes. Alright, I'm going to kill the heat. Our burgers are cooked through. If you really want to, you can put a meat thermometer in there, but I like a medium, medium rare burger. These guys are good to go. Let's grab our buns and plate it up. All right, guys, so we got our burger here, our toasted bun. I just let mine rest for a minute. We've got our fried pickles, which we'll throw over here. And then this is the sauce that we made, the extra coleslaw sauce that we made earlier. We pile our coleslaw. Honestly, for me, this is looking kind of like a lunch portion. Certainly not huge. Gotta leave some coleslaw for the better half. But simple burger, easy to do. Took me about 20 minutes. I'll check the official clock, but it certainly wasn't long. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes. All right, so this is our grass-fed burger and fried pickles from Dinnerly. I'm gonna try the fried pickles first, probably because I'm a little scared about biting into a giant burger on camera. The pickles are pretty tasty. In that little dipping sauce, I'm gonna hold off on eating another one, but I'm definitely gonna finish and enjoy those. Coleslaw, is fresh, has the right crunch, has the right texture. Flavor's good on that too. The burger, I threw some what did I throw? Mustard and ketchup on mine because that's what I like at a minimum. Would have been nice maybe if Dinnerly threw a slice of cheese in here, but again, you're at the low end of the cost spectrum on here, and most people probably have a slice of cheese. The flavor is quite good. Let me see if I can get kind of in the middle in there, show you how the temperature looks. For me, we'll see if you can see that on camera. To me, that is a nice medium. So instructions I thought were clear, were concise, made me or had me do the right things at the right time. So, this is all tasty. All of it's good. It's a simple burger. If I have to highlight one kind of negative, the portion isn't really big. Honestly, if this was just for me for dinner, I'd probably still be a little bit hungry. But it all tastes really, really good. All really simple to make. Took me about 30 minutes to make. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. All right, I liked Dinnerly's grass-fed burger. I thought it was tasty. My only complaint, the portion was frankly a little bit small. I think I'd walk away still a little bit hungry, but everything tasted really good. The quality was there. It was simple to make. It took me 25, 30 minutes to do. The tastes were definitely there. I liked the burger. I liked the pickles and the slaw and that sauce. And all the directions were written really clear. So if you want to give it a try, I'm going to throw a discount coupon into the description. Let me know how it goes, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required.